Hello and welcome. My name is Petra Tabor. I'm a certified aromatherapist and owner of Local Apothecary. Today I wanted to spend a little time with you and show you how to create an emotional support inhaler using essential oils. If you're unfamiliar with an inhaler, here's one right here. And they're little pocket-sized vessels that hold essential oils. And they're very convenient and discreet, and they're a wonderful addition to your holistic arsenal. For today's exercise, we're going to use 5 different essential oils. We're going to use ylang ylang, tulsi, vetiver, coriander, and sweet orange. And you're going to need a blank inhaler. An inhaler consists of 4 pieces. You have the cap, you have the middle piece, you have your little cotton wick that we're going to load with essential oils, and you have the base, or the little cap, the little butt is what they call it. Now when I make inhalers, I like to use a ceramic ramekin to put my essential oils in. I find this a lot easier than putting your wick in your inhaler and dropping the oils in, because your inhaler has an opening at the bottom, and when I've tried to do it this other way, the essential oils will come out the bottom, and it's just a waste of the oils. I find this a lot more convenient. I'm also going to use tweezers to help sop the oils up with my wick. All right, well, let's get started. So, as I stated, the first oil we're going to use is ylang ylang. We're only going to need 1 drop. Ylang ylang has a really intense floral aroma. And ylang ylang helps quiet the mind and open the heart. The next oil we're going to use is called tulsi. It's also referred to as holy basil. And it's very similar in an aromatic profile as basil, but it's high in a component called eugenol. And eugenol is also found in cinnamon and clove bud. So in addition to that herbaceous aroma you get from the basil component, you're also getting those warm, sweet, and spicy tones from the eugenol. So we're going to use 2 drops of tulsi. Done. Sometimes when you try to get essential oils out of the little vessels, air gets caught in those orifice reducers. So I find you kind of pack it down a little bit, that air bubble will come out, and then hopefully 1, 2. That was easy enough. One of the reasons I chose eugenol for this blend is because it's spiritually uplifting and emotionally calming, which I think is really beneficial for this blend. The next oil we're going to use is vetiver. And vetiver is a very thick oil, so it's going to take a long time to get 2 drops out of this bottle. So I'm going to talk to you while we're doing it. Vetiver is steam distilled from the roots of vetiver grass. And the root system of vetiver is very dense and creates a lot of stability for the grass. And so adding vetiver to a blend gives us that stability emotionally, and wood and root oils in general are grounding. And when we're feeling overwhelmed, it's real important to ground yourself. I tell people to go outside and put your feet in the ground, in the earth, and feel grounded to Mother Earth. So this will give us that same benefit. Vetiver is also a really deep, rich wood aroma, which I like. It has almost a little bit of a peppery undertone to it. Here we go. We've got the first one trying to come out. And vetiver also helps us see the positivity around us. And sometimes when we're feeling overwhelmed, it's hard to see 1. It's hard to see that positivity. So this oil makes a really nice addition to this blend. Almost there. Okay, the next oil we're going to use is coriander. And I really like coriander because it has an herbaceous, fruity aroma. It also has kind of a minty tone to it. We're going to use 3 drops of coriander. And coriander has a similar profile as lavender. And some of you may be familiar with lavender. It's useful to calm. It makes people feel comfortable. It's a comforting aroma. And so coriander has those same properties. Again, we're going to top this with 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. It's amazing how that works, isn't it? Coriander also has a lot of the same profiles as rosemary. And rosemary helps with mental clarity. And when we're feeling overwhelmed, sometimes that mental clarity is difficult to come by. So it makes this oil really beneficial for this blend. The last oil we're going to use is sweet orange. We're going to use 4 drops of sweet orange. This smells just like a fresh peeled orange. It smells really good. And citruses in general add a brightness to a blend. And they're also considered top notes. So when you smell a blend, the first whiff of what you smell, that's a top note. But top notes also dissipate quickly. So it's really adding some brightness, and they also make you smile, which is important. So 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, 5, but that's okay. So sweet orange is emotionally uplifting and helps with situational anxiety, which I think is a perfect addition for this particular blend. So after you have your essential oils in your bowl, you get your cotton wick and you just start absorbing all the yumminess of the oils. See how that wick turned orange? So I just take my tweezers, kind of rub it around, and get all that essential yumminess. I'm going to drop my wick into the inhaler. You pop the bottom on, and you hear it snap. There we go. And you put the lid on. Now, what I tell people is an essential oil inhaler should last you about 90 days, depending on how often you use it and if you keep the lid on tightly. Essential oils can evaporate, and so if you leave the lid off, your wick is going to dry out. I also tell people don't leave essential oils or products with essential oils, especially that have been blended with an intention, in the heat. So not in your car. Don't leave it on your table outside. You'll change this chemical constituents, the composition of the blend, which negates typically what you blended it for. And it also makes your oils go off and it won't smell as good. To use an inhaler, all you do is take the lid off, you cover one nostril, and you inhale deeply. It smells heavenly. As you noticed, I didn't put the inhaler up my nose. It's not necessary. As I showed you before, it's got that little opening, and that's where the essential oil molecules come out. And so when you inhale deeply, the essential oils are triggering your olfactory membrane and stimulating your limbic system. And they're just a wonderful, quick, convenient way to enhance your emotional stability with this blend. I hope you enjoyed our time today. I hope you learned something, and I look forward to visiting with you again soon.